Alright, now that we're all pumped up, let's hit into our last video talking about the angle pairs in parallel lines. So the first video, remember, we just learned the vocabulary. Second video, we threw numbers in. Now third video, grown folks, we're putting in some equations. Okay, this will be nice, short, sweet, to the point. We're going to have 4 different examples of equations with the 4 different angle pairs that happen in parallel lines. Alright. So this is what I'm going to do. For each step, I'm going to have us list 3 things. So this is example 1. So first thing you want to do is you want to identify the name of the angle pair. So if we look here at where these are located, this one is located in this corner, and the 5x minus 54 is located in that corner. So ask yourself, how are these related? Okay, they are alternate interiors. So the first step is to identify the vocabulary word. Okay, once you identify the vocabulary word, the second step is you're going to think to yourself, okay, what was the rule that I just learned in the last video? I know that alternate interior angles are equal or congruent. So that will be what you'll put in the second spot. Alternate interior angles are congruent. So right then and there, you just answered how to set this problem up. If alternate interior angles are congruent, that means they're the same. So just stick an equal sign in between them. So 3x plus 16 equals 5x minus 54. And you solve. So I'll probably subtract the 3x here. Get 16 equals 2x plus 54. Sorry, minus 54. Add 54. I get 2x equals 70. Divide by 2 and you get x equals 35. Now they may or may not ask you to plug it back in. I'm going to do it for this one just so you can see what it looks like. So if I plug it back into this, I'm going to go 3 times 35 plus 16, and that gives you 121. Plug into this one just to double check, you should get the exact same answer. So 5 times 35 minus 54, if you plug that in your calculator, you also get 121. So what you got is correct. Alright, let's go to a second example. So again, let's do the 3-step kind of process of problem solving. So first is identify what's the angle pair. Okay, in this situation, the 3y plus 53 is in this corner, and the 7y minus 55 is in this corner. So ask yourself, how are these related? They're alternate exteriors. I'm going to abbreviate. Alternate exteriors. What do you know about alternate exteriors? Question number 2. What do you know? You know from last video the rule was they are congruent. So right now you've answered your question. How do I set this up? Alternate interior angles are congruent. I'm going to set them equal. 3y plus 53 equals 7y minus 55. So again, to solve, minus 3y, get 53 equals 4y minus 55. Add 55. 4y equals 108, and then divide by 4, and you get y is 27. Okay, I'm not going to plug back in, but you could, and you'll continue on from there. Okay, third example. Alright, the third one, again, we're going to ask ourselves, what position are these in? So 12x plus 3 is right here, and the 11x plus 9 is right here. Alright, if you look at these positions, they are corresponding. And what do you know about corresponding? You know that corresponding are congruent. We learned that from the last video. So again, you've answered your question. Set them equal to each other. 12x plus 3 equals 11x plus 9. I'm going to bring the 11x over here. So I have x plus 3 equals 9 minus 3, and I have x equals 6. Okay, again, I'm not going to plug this in right now, but again, you could, and you will find out that both of these should be the same. Alright, let's go to the last example. Alright, last example. Okay, again, we're going to look and we're going to say, how are these related? So 2x plus 43 is right there, and 2x minus 3 is right there. If you look at these are on the same side interior, or they are consecutive interior. And what do we know about consecutive interior? This is the only pair of angles that are different. They're not equal to each other, but they're equal to 180. So we're going to add them together. 2x plus 43 plus 2x minus 3 equals 180. Or part plus part equals 180. Only one that's different. Okay, again, these are on the same side interior, equal 180. Combine like terms, you get 4x plus 40 equals 180. Subtract 40, and you get 4x equals 140. Divide by 4, and you will get x equals 35. Alright, now I am going to plug these back in just to show you what's going to happen with this one. So if I plug this into the top one, it would be 2 times 35 plus 43. Okay, that would 2 times 35 is 70. 70 plus 43 gives you 113. Okay, so 113 is in that position right there. Now let's plug it into the bottom one. So 2 times 35 minus 3, that's 70 minus 3, which is 67. So 67 goes in this corner right here. So when you plug them in, they're not going to be equal, but if you add them together, 113 plus 67 will give you 180, and you're good to go. So those are the 4 different ways that we can set up equations with the 4 different angle pairs in parallel lines.